a very exciting, yet a very classy, elegant, and also luxurious experience here inside of One Galle Face. It's the opening of a brand new flagship, and you can see the name already. You know it's luxurious. It's Mont Blanc, and it's happening right over here, right now behind me. We're getting ready for the opening of this. We're going to cut the ribbon. There's going to be some wonderful dignitaries representing the company who will be joining us as well. We'll get in a word from them, and we'll see how this opening of what I'm sure to be is a fantastic store, the Mont Blanc Flagship, is gonna go. This is yet, of course, another episode of High Events on High Television with me, Kevin. Let's go inside and see how everything's gonna go.
Ambassador Jörn Roth of Germany and his wife, Mrs. Roth. Mr. Frank Johel, President of Operations for Mont Blanc, Middle East, India and Africa, who has flown in this evening specifically for the opening and is returning tonight. Mr. Matteo Nava, Area Sales Manager for Mont Blanc, who we thank him for all his advice and guidance, for which the store today wouldn't have been there if not been for him for the past 2 years. And finally, you, ladies and gentlemen, for making time to attend the formal opening of Mont Blanc's first boutique in Sri Lanka.
I am especially happy because I'm coming from the Hamburg region. And I have to admit, until 12 years ago, I didn't know that Mont Blanc is a Hamburg-based company, because I thought the name, it's French. I was born in Switzerland, or it's a Swiss company. So it makes me, when you buy products from Mont Blanc, the pens over there, they are still 100% manufactured in Germany, which is a rarity so far. So German engineering, German manufacturing with pens, Mont Blanc still does it. And I think it's a 100-year success story. Now the product range is much further. And it's great that you open your first store now in Sri Lanka. And I wish you all the best here for a growing business. And thank you for inviting us.
It's a great honor for me also to be here for this opening. I was talking with one of you earlier that Mont Blanc has been one, if not the first luxury maison to be in Sri Lanka. And today, finally, thanks to our historical partner, Royal Lanka, that I thank very much, we are able to open the Mont Blanc house, to say a word in German. And where we will be able to discover the same collection at the same time that you could discover it in Paris, in Hamburg, in New York, or in London, or in Dubai Mall. Then thank you very much again for being with us tonight. And please discover our different categories, from our writing instruments that are made in Hamburg, Germany, to our watches made in our two manufacturers in Switzerland, and our leather collection made in Florence in Italy. Thank you very much and have a good evening.
Standing next to the head of luxury brands, of course, Mr. Faisal Maruf. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing great, thank you. And how are you?
I'm very good. Thank you very much for having us. I have to say it's a very momentous occasion. It's a historic day. Mont Blanc, the number one store for Mont Blanc, really, in all of Sri Lanka, right here at the One Galle Face Hotel. I'm sure you're very proud.
I'm pleasure to have everyone today as we are opening the first Mont Blanc boutique in Sri Lanka and also at One Golf Fest. So
Very proud day indeed. Tell us, as the head of luxury brands, what role do you play in trying to get the name of Mont Blanc out there into the Sri Lankan public?
okay, when you talk about Mont Blanc, it's a very strong brand, especially with the vast category they have. We are not only into luxury watches, but also our brand strength is with the writing instruments, which is our heritage of Mont Blanc, I would say. So I mean, bringing the brand to Sri Lanka and marketing it's my honor and pleasure. It's apart from everything, it's my passion. So I've been with the brand for more than about 10 years, not only in Sri Lanka, but today it's a moment for me, especially it's very sentimental for me because finally I get to open the first boutique in Sri Lanka.
Very tough to get a hold of this very, very busy gentleman today, especially on a day like this. But I finally managed to get a hold of Mr. Amrit Kanagaratna, who is, of course, the director for strategic planning for Mont Blanc. How are you doing today? I'm sure you're very proud, also a little tired, but ultimately object achieved.
Yes, we are very excited, and I'm happy that it had worked out well. The opening went out well. And we are very much looking forward to see how the store performs at the One Golf Fest. And we are quite optimistic that Mont Blanc would be a brand that is going to be well recognized and accepted by the Sri Lankan community in Colombo.
And how do you plan on infiltrating that market, bringing a luxury, a name like Mont Blanc, and branding it across Sri Lanka? How are you plan on getting that achieved?
I think it's all based on relationships. We have a client base of over 3,500 names, and I think it's purely through engagement and knowledge sharing that people would understand the value of the brand. It's not merely buying a writing instrument or accessory, but it's also understanding the precision, the value, the professionalism, the quality, everything that goes in that represents that brand. And it's only then that you sort of appreciate what you wear, which is, I think, the journey of owning a brand and enjoying it.
You speak of the value of the brand. I'm sure the value is just multiplied with your choice of location right here in One Golf Face. What was the thinking behind choosing this particular location?
Well, the One Golf Face is the first international, I would personally, in my view, would be the first international shopping mall that has opened in Sri Lanka. And I think Mont Blanc is strategically well placed to add value to this international experience. And we have a lot of plans to also perhaps look at opening a few outlets downtown in addition to the mall. So we already have a store at Dharmapala Mawatha, 64 Dharmapala Mawatha. And yes, we see that there's a lot of potential because of the fact that many of the Sri Lankans today travel widely and they have come to appreciate luxury brands. So, yeah. So we are well located right opposite the main entrance. So that's my choice.
Smiles on a very, very momentous, historic occasion here at One Golf Face at this opening of this brand new Mont Blanc store, and I've got Wasim Rusni, who's the business head for Royal Lanka. How are you today? I saw you earlier. You were also all smiles.
Yes, we are very excited about this. This is the first Mont Blanc boutique in Sri Lanka, and it's a very prestigious milestone for us to launch. We've had Mont Blanc with us for the last 10 years. But this would be a definite milestone for all Lanka agencies. And yeah, we're excited to finally have it launched after a lot of hard work.
I'm going to ask you the most obvious question. Why did you choose to bring down this luxury brand into Sri Lanka? Did you see some sort of potential in bringing down this massive brand to Sri Lanka?
Definitely. It's, I think, a brand which anyone would want to have. And especially given the wide variety of pens to accessories to watches which the brand has to offer. And to me, Mont Blanc is not just a brand which someone wants to have, it's also a statement. You know, so that's something, you know, we believe we need the consumer to understand. Yeah. And I think the brand speaks for itself.
The name itself says it all, really. I just got to ask you one more question. I know it's a little early because we just opened this store just about an hour ago. But if we look into the future a little bit, where do you see this name Mont Blanc going in the name of, well, here in our country?
Our goal is to ensure that this is the finest and #1 luxury brand in Sri Lanka. Yes, we have a good variety of brands now, but I think Mont Blanc is a brand we want to establish. We want to make it a brand where not every person, but every person who, you know, is in the caliber to afford a Mont Blanc is able to have it.
Ladies and gentlemen, luxury and elegance has a new name right here at One Galle Face, and it's called Mont Blanc. We've had a great time bringing you these wonderful images of the latest, the flagship right here that just opened just a few short hours ago, and you can see how it's already a very, very buzzing place inside of OGF. So we're gonna take our break now. We're gonna take our leave rather from this edition of High Events here on High TV. I thank you very much for joining us on this episode. But until we do this again, you take care of yourselves.